Hello students, this is Kanika. Welcome to my channel Prep Biology. So today we are going to start chapter number 2 of unit 1 of biology of class 12th. The name of the chapter is the human reproduction. Okay, so in this chapter we will discuss about male reproductive part or the different parts of the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. Okay, so in this lecture we are going to start with the male reproductive system. As we all know, in human, sexual reproduction takes place. So what is sexual reproduction? It is the production of the new organisms by a combination of genetic information of two individuals of different sexes. As we all know, in humans, male and females are there and they have different sexes, okay, and they produce the new generation, okay. So that kind of reproduction is the sexual reproduction. So what is sexual dimorphism? Sexual dimorphism is the term which means when males and females individuals are differentiated externally, that phenomena is called the sexual dimorphism. So we all know that in human, males have male reproductive system and females have female reproductive system, and they are differentiated from each other externally. That process is called, that phenomena is called the sexual reproduction. Okay, so as you all can see here, the sex organs are divided into mainly two categories. First is the primary sex organs and second is the secondary sex organs. The primary sex organs are the organs which involved in the gamete formation, okay, so which are involved in the gamete formation. That kind of organs are comes under the primary sex organs, okay. So we know that in males the male gamete is there and in female the female gametes are there, okay, and those parts which forms the male gametes or the female gametes, that organs are called the primary sex organs. So in males we have testes. The primary sex organs in the males are the testes, and in females we have the ovary. Okay. Now what is secondary sex organ? Secondary sex organs are the organs which do not involve in the gamete formation, okay, but they are essential for the reproductive processes, or they helps in the transport of the gametes, okay. They are not directly involved in the gamete formation, but they indirectly helps in the gamete formation, or it helps in the transport of the gametes, okay. So these all organs are comes under the secondary sex organs. So in males we have different secondary sex organs and females we have different secondary sex organs. So today we are going to start with the male reproductive system, that is male reproductive system, okay. So male reproductive system, it is located in the pelvis region of the body, okay. So it is present in the pelvic region. Pelvic region is the region which is present lower the trunk, or in humans we can say it is present between the abdomen. It is present between the abdomen and thighs, okay. So this is present in the pelvic region of the body. And male reproductive system, it includes mainly four categories. First is the testis, second accessory ducts, external genitalia, and the last one is the accessory glands. So we know that the testis is the primary sex organ, okay, and all these three are the secondary sex organs, okay, of the male. So note it down carefully. So let us start with the testis, which is primary sex organ in the male. So first of all, where it is present, it is situated outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch called as the scrotum. This part is very important, that scrotum is a part which forms the pouch-like structure around the testis. And what is the function of the scrotum? It helps in maintaining the low temperature of the testis about 2 to 2.5 degree lower than the other internal body organs. So if you all can see here, this is the diagram. This is the diagram of the male reproductive system. If this is the human body, and here this is the pelvic region where male reproductive system is present, and this is the male reproductive system, and here the two testes are present. So the testes are paired. Okay, they are not unpaired, they are paired in nature. Two testes are present, and they are present like in the pouch-like structure. This is the pouch or bag-like structure. This is called the scrotum. Okay, this is called the scrotum and or the scrotal sac. What is the function of the scrotum? It helps in maintaining lower temperature about 2 to 2.5 degree lower than the other internal body organs. Okay, so the temperature of the testis is cooler than other body parts. Shape of the testis is oval in nature. As you all can see in the structure, it is oval in nature. The length is about 4 to 5 centimeter and width is about 2 to 3 centimeter. Okay, so these all measurements are important: length, width, and the temperature of the testis. So it is covered by the dense covering. Okay, so in the testis, if we talk about the testis covering, it is covered by mainly three layers. The outermost layer of the testis is tunica vaginalis. The middle one is the tunica albuginea, and the third one is innermost is the tunica vasculosa. Okay, so these three coverings, these form the dense covering around the testis, and the main feature of the tunica vasculosa, it contains multiple blood capillaries. Okay, it contains multiple blood capillaries. If we talk about the next, the testis has about 250 compartments, that is called the testicular lobules. This is very important. Okay, so if we see that this is the structure of the male reproductive system, and this is the structure of a single testis. This is the structure of single testis. Okay, so the outermost layer is the tunica albuginea. This is the outermost, and it forms the pouch-like structure, that is the scrotum, which helps in maintaining the temperature. And now, if we see that the 250 compartments are called the testicular lobules, and the testicular lobules contains 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Okay, so if we see the structure of the testis, this is the structure of the testis, and there are multiple compartments. These compartments are called the testicular tubules. Okay, these compartments are called the testicular tubules, and these testicular tubules contains 1 to 3 inside these compartments, testicular compartment. These contains 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules where the sperms are present, where the sperms are formed. So inside the testicular tubules, we have 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules where sperms are produced. Okay, so they are the if we talk about the seminiferous tubules, inside the structure of the seminiferous tubules, they are lined by the special types of cells. First is the male germ cells, and second is the Sertoli cell. Okay, so inside the seminiferous tubule, they are lined by the male germ cells and the Sertoli cells. Male germ cells further divide meiotically, that meiosis happens, and they will form the sperms inside the seminiferous tubules. And the Sertoli cell, what is the function of the Sertoli cell? It gives the nutrition to the germ cells for the production of the sperms. Okay, so if you all can see here, this is the structure of single testis, and this is the section of one seminiferous tubule. Okay, tubule. If we see inside the structure of the seminiferous tubule, we have this kind of structure. This is the microscopic view, and this is also a picture from your NCERT book. Okay, so if you all can see here, this is the one compartment, this is second compartment, and this is the seminiferous tubules. Inside the seminiferous tubules, the sperms are produced. Okay, so these structures we will discuss later, but the lining, this is the lining of the seminiferous tubule, and the linings contains special cells. Okay, the special cells, those cells are called the Sertoli cells. Okay, Sertoli cells, and the number of the male germ cells which forms the sperms inside it. Okay, so this is the section of the seminiferous tubules. This is a very, very important section. Okay, so the linings contain special two kinds of cells. First is the Sertoli cell, and some of the male germ cells which will form spermatogonia or the spermatozoa, and then they will form the sperms. Okay, so if we see that outside the seminiferous tubules, we have special kind of interstitial spaces which contains the small blood vessels and interstitial cells or the Leydig cells. So, if we see the structure of the seminiferous tubule, if we see this structure, that the outside the seminiferous tubules, we have special interstitial cells or the Leydig cells. And now, what is the function of the Leydig cells or the interstitial cells? So, the Leydig cells or the interstitial cells, they will synthesize and secrete special testicular hormone that is called the androgen. This is the first testicular hormone, the hormone which is released by the testis, that is called the androgen, which is synthesized by a special kind of cells which is called the Leydig cells. This is the function of the Leydig cell. This is very, very important. Okay. Now, the second part of the male reproductive system is the secondary sex organs, that is the accessory ducts. Okay, so we have discussed about the primary sex organ of the male, that is the testis. Second is the accessory ducts. So it includes mainly four parts: retitestis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, and vas deferens. So these four parts comes under the accessory ducts. Now, we know that the testis is the enclosed in dense covering and having the 250 compartments, that is called the testicular tubules. Inside the testicular tubules, we have the 1, 2, 3 seminiferous tubules, okay, where the sperms are produced. So now, this structure where these all filamentous capillaries join, that is the retitestis. Okay, so this is the this part is called the retitestis. Okay, now if we see by the flow chart, we know the seminiferous tubules is opens into the vas efferentia through the retitestis. Okay, so if the seminiferous tubules, they open into these all filamentous structures, capillaries, that is called the vas efferentia. Okay, so if we see the structure vas efferentia through the retitestis. This is the retitestis, and through the retitestis, the vas efferentia open. Now, after the vasa efferentia, it will leave the seminiferous, or it will leave the testis by the epididymis. So next part is, this is the testis and this is the retitestis, okay, and these all are the vasa efferentia. Now this part formed, that is the epididymis. This is the head of the epididymis. Epididymis is the part when these capillaries leave the testis and form open into this head-like structure that is called the epididymis. So now this epididymis have head of epididymis, this is the body of epididymis, and this is the tail of epididymis. Okay. So first is the seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubules next opens into vasa efferentia through the retitestis. Vasa efferentia then opens into the epididymis. Epididymis have three parts: head, body, and tail. Okay, which forms the posterior surface of each testis. Now, after the epididymis, we have a vas deferens. After the epididymis, we have vas deferens. Okay, so what is the function of the vas deferens? Vas deferens, it will receive the duct from the seminal vesicle. As you all can see here, this is the structure of the male reproductive system. These are the testes. From the testes, the vas deferens will go and towards the seminal vesicle. So where the seminal vesicle is present, it is below the urinary bladder. Okay, so from the seminal vesicles, vas deferens will receive the duct, okay, and it will transfer into the next part, that is the urethra, as the ejaculatory duct. Now it is originate from the urinary bladder and extends through the penis. Okay, so this is the urethra, and it will extend from the urinary bladder and form the external genitalia of the male reproductive system, that is the penis. Okay, so the opening of the penis that helps in the erection, that is called the urethral meatus. Okay, so these all parts are very, very important. Next secondary sex organ of the male is the external genitalia. External genitalia is mainly the penis. This is the structure of the external genitalia. Okay, so these are the pairs of the testes. Okay, and this part is the urethra, and the last part is the penis. Okay, so if we see the structure of the penis, we have inside the penis we have corpus cavernosa. This is the part. The corpus cavernosa are two columns of the spongy tissues that run along the interior shaft of the penis. When filled with blood, the tissue shifts in, causing an erection. Okay, so you all can see these are the small columns which are present inside the penis, which helps in the erection. Okay, erection. So the next is the head of the penis, that is the glans. The glans or the head of the penis is the sensitive structure at the end of the corpus. This is present at the end of the corpus. And now the glans penis is covered by the loose fold of skin. If you all can see, this is the fold. This is the fold. Glans penis is covered by a loose fold. This is the loose fold of skin that is called the foreskin. Okay, foreskin. These all parts comes under the external genitalia. This is important. So the last part is the accessory glands. So in the male reproductive system, we have mainly three glands. First is the seminal vesicle, second is the prostate gland, and third is the bulbourethral gland. These all glands constitute a special kind of plasma, that is the seminal plasma, which is rich in fructose, calcium, and enzymes. Okay, so these all three glands, accessory glands, constitute a seminal plasma which are rich in fructose, calcium, and certain enzymes. Okay, so the special feature of the bulbourethral gland is it helps in the lubrication of the penis. Okay, so the bulbourethral glands helps in the lubrication of penis. So this is all about today's lecture. We have covered all the parts of the male reproductive system, including the primary sex organs and the secondary sex organs. I hope this lecture is beneficial to you all. Thank you so much.